Why deep thinkers walk alone, and why society fears them. Have you ever noticed that the more seriously you think about life, the more distant you seem to grow from other people? That the clearer things become to you, the less people want to hear what you have to say? You're not imagining it. Across history, societies have often been uncomfortable with genuine thinkers, not because they are wrong, but because they see what most people would rather avoid. From ancient philosophers to modern scientists, the pattern repeats. Ridicule first, resistance second, appreciation last, if ever. But why? Why would the variability that helps humanity progress also be the same thing that pushes thinkers toward loneliness? To understand this, we need to look deeply into how the human mind reacts to intelligence, the uncomfortable mirror. When we meet someone physically stronger than us, we usually admire them. When we meet someone wealthier, we might envy them, but we move on. Strength and wealth exist outside of us, but intelligence is different. A deep thinker doesn't just bring new ideas, they act like a mirror, revealing the laziness, contradictions, and unexamined beliefs in other people's minds. And most people do not like mirrors that show them what they don't want to see. It's rarely the thinker's words that cause trouble. Often it's their presence, their way of questioning, noticing, and refusing to accept easy answers. That alone can make others feel judged, even when no judgment was intended. So instead of curiosity, people respond with mockery, dismissal, avoidance. Not because the thinker is arrogant, but because the ego is fragile. Intelligence threatens identity. We define ourselves by what we believe. If someone is taller than you, your identity doesn't crumble. But if someone questions the beliefs you built your life on, your mind goes on defense. Deep thinkers don't just question politics, tradition, or religion. They question assumptions, the invisible rules everyone else agrees to obey without noticing. And when identity feels threatened, the brain treats it like danger. Not metaphorically, biologically. The same regions of the brain activated by physical threats can activate when our worldview is challenged. That's why arguments escalate so fast, and why thoughtful people are often labeled as negative, complicated, or too serious. It's easier to ignore a thinker than rebuild your worldview. Why thinkers often stand at the edge of groups. Human beings evolved to value belonging over truth. For our ancestors, being excluded from the tribe meant death. So our brains still prioritize fitting in over thinking deeply. A deep thinker introduces something risky into the group. Doubt, complexity, nuance, questions without quick answers that disrupts social harmony. In one-on-one conversation, thinkers may be admired. In groups, they are often rejected. Because in groups, people don't only think, what do I believe? They also think, how do I look in front of others? And next to someone who thinks deeply, many feel exposed. So the group protects itself the simplest way possible, by pushing the thinker to the margins. The paradox of the age of information. We live in a time where knowledge is everywhere, yet deep thinking is rarer than ever. Social platforms reward loud confidence over quiet reflection, short answers over deep questions, emotional reactions over careful reasoning. Thoughtful ideas take time. Algorithms don't, so flashy certainty spreads. Nuance does not. This creates the illusion that intelligence is common, while wisdom becomes invisible. Many thinkers feel out of place not because they are antisocial, but because the social spaces around them are built for speed, not depth. The loneliness of seeing clearly. Here is the real weight deep thinkers carry. The more clearly you see, the less you can pretend. You can't unsee the contradictions in society. You can't unhear the lies people tell themselves to feel comfortable. You can't go back to small talk when your mind is full of unanswered questions about existence, meaning, and mortality. This doesn't mean thinkers hate people. Often they care deeply. sometimes too deeply. But they get tired of wearing masks, so they choose silence over pretending. Silence looks like isolation from the outside, but from within it can feel like honesty. So what should deep thinkers do? The answer is not to dim your mind to be accepted. The world doesn't need fewer thinkers. It needs thinkers who learn how to live with their depth without drowning in it. A few reminders. Not everyone will understand you. That's okay. Intelligence doesn't have to be loud. Quiet thought is powerful. You don't need a large crowd. A few genuine minds are enough. Solitude isn't always loneliness. Sometimes it is growth. Deep thinking has always been a lonely path at first. But the ideas born in solitude are often the ones that guide humanity forward later. Final reflection. If you often feel out of place, misunderstood, or too deep, it may not be a flaw. It may be a sign that you are seeing beyond the surface. And yes, society may resist you. People may avoid the mirror you hold up to them. But history shows something important. Those who dare to think, even when it costs them comfort, are the ones who quietly reshape the world. Keep thinking. Just don't expect everyone to walk with you while you do.